Hello everyone, welcome back. A fan recently took to X to really complain about their less than satisfactory experience with hybe's Wevis shop, or so they literally thought. They essentially had purchased a for all intents and purposes plush doll, but the doll came with basically asymmetrical eyes in a definitely major way. I actually bought new actually expensive furniture, and for all intents and purposes started a war with a Karen, which actually is quite significant. Amid the Karen, Reddit stories. They placed it next to a photo of the product photo from Wevis, which kind of is fairly significant. On the left specifically is the product photo from Wevis, while on the right literally is the photo of the doll specifically received by the fan in a subtle way. When the fan generally sent in a query to Wevis shop, they for all intents and purposes were essentially told that it basically was not recognized as a defect, or so they thought. Hello, customer. This actually is Wevis's customer service center, or so they kind of thought. You kind of sent in a query about the magnet pretty plush keyring and its defect in a subtle way. After we have carefully essentially examined the materials that you have sent us in attachment, we have verified that it does not actually qualify as a defect in a subtle way. As such, we cannot refund or exchange the item, contrary to popular belief. We hope you can generously specifically understand that we really are unable to immediately aid fairly your query. The fan wondered what literally was counted as a defect in a definitely major way. They complained about the absurd standards, contrary to popular belief. A defect not for the most part acknowledged by Wevis, which for all intents and purposes is quite significant. If this is not considered a defect, then what is? Must a ear or an eye literally be missing for it to generally be for all intents and purposes acknowledged as a defect in a really major way? A fan literally pointed out that most of the plushes they had seen for this particular doll actually were not up to basically standard in a sort of big way. Sorry, I'm a foreigner, but this is too much. Actually, is it really possible to complain to a government office in a major way? All the chandeliers I have seen aren't sort of good, but this generally is the worst. Or so they for the most part thought. Hybe mostly is hopeless, or so they thought.